I am, by nature, a confrontational person. And so, I tell my players, and they laugh all the time, I say, some leaders want to be a ladder for you to climb willingly to the top. And then some coaches are okay with being the rope, and they'll wrap right around your feet and drag you where they need to go. And I have no preference. I just want to get to where we need to go. I'll be a ladder or a rope. It's up to them to decide how we're going to get where we're going. But we're going to go where we need to go.
And you don't have a problem describing yourself as a confrontational coach?
Absolutely not. I mean, we all have our faults, and I don't say that like that's a strength. I believe as a leader, you have to be able to know who you are. If I were to describe myself, I'd say I'm fire, and fire is both productive and unproductive. When fire is used properly, it warms up the building, and when fire is out of control, it can burn everything down. And I would rather warm everybody up nice, warm, and fuzzy so we could all sleep in our snuggies at night. But I'm okay with being burning that sucker down too. If I've got to get people to run around and get them out, if the only way I can get you to move is to set a fire under your feet, then you're going to have some hot feet.
Do you understand why I call you the most quotable coach in college basketball after moments like this? Lewis Wilson joining us in our pregame show. It's all about growth when you're coaching. You want a player to grow as an athlete. You want them to grow as a person. But it seems like there's an ebb and flow during the course of a season and a career when those two aren't always even with one another. Sometimes a player can grow faster from an athletic standpoint, and they have to catch up from a personal view. When you look at the growth that you're trying to instill in players, how do you approach a player growing as a person and obviously growing as a successful player on the floor?
Brian, what's your mom's name?
Kathy Johnson.
Kathy, I'm not going to answer your son's question right here. Here's what I'm going to do right now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. A saint, I might add. Happy birthday to you.
This is amazing. Do you know that you just made my mom cry and she hasn't even heard this yet?
You've made your mom cry a lot of times, so I thought I'd at least give her some happy tears. Instead of answering your compound question, I just wanted to send Kathy Johnson a very happy birthday wish. You have spawned a good man here, but again, you obviously are a saint, and I'm sending you birthday wishes from the Wilsons to you.
Was this an end-of-season question that I should have gone with? Was it too deep for such an intelligent mind?
Well, let's just say that in your profession, you guys, the rest of us have to live in the real world. You live in the world called hindsight. And so you ask me these compound questions. And quite frankly, right now, I want to just talk about Kathy and how she's making 30 look so good, and how I hope she's somewhere in Minnesota smiling from ear to ear, because, I gave her the traditional happy birthday. Now I'm going to give you a little Stevie Wonder happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kathy.
Hey, man! I'm telling you, this is out of the. And of course, she named me after Paul Bear Bryant. So you just serenaded a Southern Belle, which this will, of course, create legendary status with you and the Johnson family for the rest of your life.
Well, we'll end it this way, Brian, and we are going to end this.
Okay.
I'm going to answer your question in the spirit of Paul Bear Bryant. Coach Bryant always said, you never know what kind of horse you have until you hook it to a heavy load. So to answer your question, we find out all the time what we're dealing with. Because when you hook a heavy load to the horse, it's either going to balk and sulk, or it's going to take off like a thoroughbred. And we've got some thoroughbreds, and every now and then we got to kick them like mules.
You know why you're so spirited in this conversation? Whitney's playing. We got Whitney Houston in the background. I think this should be a routine of all future interviews.
I love me some Whitney. I will not attempt to sing The Voices music because, as you saw, I just butchered poor Stevie Wonder's song. I butchered whoever wrote the original Happy Birthday. We will not try to emulate the great Whitney Houston.
You saw right through me, didn't you? I got a little cocky. I thought maybe Coach will go that extra mile. No Whitney today.
Absolutely not.
Good luck, Coach. We'll see you at halftime.
Thank you, Bryant.
It's Lewis Wilson, Adams State men's basketball, Grizzlies and the Mustangs after this break on KSBK.